Hello, all of you beautiful and lovely divine feminines. I am so sorry that the last reading that I did, the last part of it cut out. I cannot tell you why. Everything was charged, everything was plugged in. I don't know what happened. So I use a lapel mic, and sometimes, there can be an issue, if it runs out of battery or something like that. But that's not what happened. I don't know why it did that. So some weird interference came in and blocked that out. But fortunately, it had not touched my table. And so I'm able to include the end of that at the beginning of this next reading. So if you guys are not interested in that and you just want to skip forward to the next reading, please go ahead. But any of you who were interested in the other reading and we're dying to know what was being talked about right here in these last cards, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give you a brief recap of what I do remember and what I do recall, okay? So, what I do remember with these cards and what I was talking about at the time, what I felt kind of inspired to speak upon, was that your divine masculine is at a place right now where they are feeling like they can see the cause and effect of why things happened with you the way that they did and the role that they have played in that maybe I guess you could say the error of their ways, right? So there's this part of them that realizes that they haven't been being authentic. They haven't been being true to who they are. And they especially weren't that way with you in certain ways. In some ways, they felt that they were the most connected to you of anyone that they had ever known. But it came during a period of time in their life where they weren't really being true to themselves. And so as a result of the meeting between the two of you, the experiences that they had in their life and in their karmic situation, the relationships that they've had, the way that these things kind of played themselves out and manifested, your divine masculine can see now that all of those things contributed to how they acted and behaved toward you. And they've done a lot of self-assessment, and they've gotten to a place where they've been able to take the mask off. Okay. They're going to reach out to you. They're going to come to you at some point in time, they're going to come to you in the near future with a more like real, this is why I did what I did, and here's how I'm taking responsibility, and I recognize now that maybe I blamed you for certain things that were not actually your fault. This may be the most authentic moment that you've had with your divine masculine up until this point. But I remember as I was saying this to you, I wanted to point out that even though they'll be coming to you with this kind of revelation of self and recognition of the role that they've played and the part that they played, and taking full responsibility for it, they may not, like, I don't want your mind to come in and have a specific expectation of what that's going to look like. Just know that they're going to come to you, and that this is an important and divine step in their evolution on their ascension path, because how things manifest for your divine masculine isn't how they manifest for you. And so expect that they will reach out somehow, some way. You'll either bump into each other randomly somewhere, or you'll, somehow connect. Like maybe they'll reach out to you. You'll start seeing that they're kind of looking at some of your social media. However this plays out in your 3D situation, somehow the universe is going to bring the two of you back together, because your divine masculine needs to take the mask off. And they are going to take the mask off. And they're going to be, far more in the light and the truth of who they actually are, because they're discovering through all of these experiences who it is and what it is that they are and what they want to be. So thanks, you guys, for being patient and for letting me know that the audio went out, and I apologize. I'm going to be mad if it does it again. Hopefully it's not an issue with my microphone. But then the card that, the oracle card that we had was action inspired from aligned thoughts is joyful action. Action offered from a place of contradicted thought is hard, unsatisfying work, and does not yield good results. But when you really feel good about jumping into action, that is a clear sign that you are not offering thoughts that are contradictory to your own desires. Your divine masculine knows that in order to get different results in their life at this point, that steps and actions are going to need to be different. If you want to see a change, you have to be the change you want to see. And like attracts like. So they've gone through a lot, and they're really recognizing what's truly valuable and important to them. And they recognize the role that you play in all of that. And they feel that they haven't shown up for you properly, and that they weren't really being themselves. And so Divine Masculine is going to show up in your near future in a far more honest and authentic way than they ever have before. They're going to take the mask off, Divine Feminine. So we'll see how that plays out. By all means, share with me as that kind of reveals itself in the comments of any of the videos, okay? So I'm going to pause it now. I'm going to go on to the next reading, your reading for today. And, you know, for those of you that didn't want to watch that, this is where you guys will start.